Good morning, whomever is watching this. It is Thursday, June 25th, 2026. It's coming up on 10 a.m. I am at Freedom Park here in Charlotte, North Carolina. I rode up here on my bike just for my regular exercise routine. It's about 10 miles or so, give or take. It's going to be about 10 miles or so getting back. The reason I'm doing this video is I wanted to put on video in a recorded fashion with my own words a certain topic that I have not discussed a whole lot because I've been concerned that it might upset certain individuals. So I want to start off by saying I am not trying to trash or bash anybody. I'm not trying to put blame on anybody for anything that I'm about to say. This is not about anybody else. This is about me. And specifically, this is about my PTSD. That's post-traumatic stress disorder, as most of you already know. I was diagnosed with this by a court-appointed therapist when I was about 15 years old. I've been diagnosed with it by every therapist I've spoken to since then. And even before I was 15, school counselors, as far back as elementary school, had said things along these lines too. Why do I have PTSD? Well, that's because of things that happened to me when I was a kid. What happened to me as a kid, that's none of your business. I don't hold any grudges against anybody from my childhood. I have a good relationship with both my surviving mothers. I had a really good relationship with my dad when he passed away. Everything that happened to me. My parents did the best they could. So I'm not upset with them, and I don't want anybody thinking anything negative about that. Okay. That said, what does that mean? Well, it means different things for different people. There's a lot of similar commonalities that you get from people. And I guess I'd start off with why am I talking about my PTSD now? Maybe in the hopes that somebody will see this and maybe they've experienced something similar and they'll understand that they're not the only people out there. Maybe so people can have a better understanding of who I am. Not that I'm using my PTSD to justify anything I've ever done in my life. It's as part of me as my arms or my lungs or anything else. Okay, but getting back to what does that mean? Well, for me, it means I am always angry. Always, without exception. There has not been a second of my life that I can remember where on some level or another I have not been pissed off. If I'm out riding my bike, I'm pissed off. If I'm sitting at work, just a dull day, I'm pissed off. If I'm lying in bed next to a beautiful golf chick, on some level or not, I'm still pissed off in the back of my mind. I am always on hyper alert for threats. I always size people up. A lot of people have, over the years, have mentioned that I give them kind of a look. Yeah, that's because I'm looking at the best way to take you down if I have to. I don't consciously do that. I do it for every single person I encounter, whether it's somebody across the room, walking to a door, or somebody who's having a conversation with me. What else does it also mean? Because I'm always angry, I always have to keep my temper in check. It also means that the high blood pressure that I was already prone to because of just my genetic disposition. My family runs very high. If I do not take my medication every day, my blood pressure is at a level to where any medical professional whatsoever would try to hospitalize me. Before I was on the medication, I would go in for regular checkups, feeling fine, feeling normal, and nurses and doctors would get pale. And they would make me sign. I always had signed paperwork saying I do not want to be admitted to a hospital, and I do not hold this facility responsible for anything that might happen if I have a heart attack walking out to the car. It does mean I'm prone to heart conditions, cause the high blood pressure, but I take medication for that every day, every single day. I take blood pressure medicine that keeps me mostly calm, mostly under control. Believe me, you're gonna know if I didn't. It's something I take very seriously. What else does it mean? Well, it means I have nightmares a lot, like a lot. Probably 2 to 5 days a week, sometimes more, maybe sometimes less. It means I can have trouble sometimes under extreme circumstances. I can have trouble remembering not so much where I am, so much as when I am. That's going to be a little harder to explain. I'm never going to forget what year it is or anything like that. I'm going to forget what my situation is, if that makes any better. When I was a kid, I was always under the impression I was going to be attacked a lot, because there were a lot of bad people around. And I operate on a survival mode different than what would be acceptable in normal polite society, let's just say. I can have trouble remembering that I'm not still in that environment, and that such behaviors aren't the norm. I can have trouble I will expect certain individuals or certain things to occur just based on what I'm experiencing in the now, and I can have trouble differentiating that from reality, so to speak. It's kind of a harder one to explain. What all does this mean? Well, not a whole lot for you. Not really. I'm not gonna go running down the hallways of Con Carolinas screaming and murdering people, like what I imagine some people would have you believe. Does it mean I'm crazy? No, it does not mean I'm crazy. Does it mean I'm broken? No, it does not mean I'm broken. Do I enjoy the PTSD? No, I did not enjoy it. No, I do not enjoy it. But I'm not ashamed of it either. I'm never going to apologize for that. I earned these scars. They are mine. A lot of the people that I knew growing up didn't get these scars because they're not here anymore. It has given me a perspective on the world different from what most people would have. It is the reason that I am often commended for having a lot of fire in my belly, for having a lot of dedication, for having a lot of motivation to go out and do things and change the world. That's because I'm pissed off. Do not be under any delusions or whatever that this is out of some altruistic, saintly motivation. It's because I'm angry. I feel as though something needs to be done, and I choose to do something positive with that energy, as opposed to, I don't know, robbing banks or beating people up, stuff like that. The end result's still the same. I still go out, I still do the things I do. The other thing it has caused me to do as a way to, I guess, protect myself and protect the people around me, I can give off an aura of I will mess you up. Even if I'm just sitting relaxed, chill, not doing anything. I've had people, complete strangers, come up to me and say, hey, you're kind of scaring me. What's going on here? And I'll sit there completely, what are you talking about? Because of that, and because I don't enjoy scaring people, I make a lot of jokes. I play the clown a lot. I play the jester a lot. I am a bigger guy. I'm about 260, 270. I clearly work out. My physical presence can be intimidating to people. And I grew up in a situation where learning to intimidate people was not just a useful talent, it was a survival trait. So that's what a lot of that means. I'm going to put this video on my YouTube. I'll probably post it to my Facebook. I will filter who can see this, because again, I'm not trying to offend or hurt anybody, and me saying this could hurt somebody. It could hurt somebody's feelings, and I don't want that to happen. But I wanted that to be known. I have not discussed this often, but I recently got drawn into a situation to where I had to discuss this. Now, a lot of people are going to, in the situation in which I discussed it, I feel certain this happened as well. Some people are going to see this and think, he's full of shit. He's faking this for attention. He's whatever, man. It's just same old Ben, you know. I would like to invite those individuals to rethink why they're thinking that, and what they actually know as opposed to what they actually think they know. And after some reflection on that topic, if they'd like to come back to me, I would like to invite them to kiss both cheeks of my ass, and maybe give a little, in the middle for that mentality. At any rate, not really looking for commentary on this, but I'm not going to dissuade it either. Appreciate you taking the time. Enjoy the rest of your day.